Sweeney, did you take that picture or did you pull it from somewhere else? Your background, have you been whale watching?
I was a submariner in the Navy for 26 years.
Oh, that's a submarine. It looked like a whale's jumping out of the water. Okay.
Oh, no, that's a submarine during an emergency blow.
Okay, got it. Yeah, okay, very cool.
Senator Vondra, I am not the one to answer that question. Maybe Trenny could.
We told them what we wanted, and IT gave it to us. They're all in ones. They're PCs, regular PCs, but they're all in ones, so they're little tiny new monitors and everything. So
it's a Dell, if that helps.
Our computers are so slow. Like I would come to campus like 10 minutes before meeting with President Downport, and I would be 5 minutes late because my computer would take 15 minutes to load. So not fun.
All right, well, we are going to go ahead and get started. It is officially 4:01, which means I'm going to go ahead and call this session into order. We're going to start off with roll call, starting with Senator Biggs.
Present.
Senator Abdi. Senator Abdi. Senator Gustafson. Senator Gustafson. I see that they're there. Senator Gabbard.
Here.
Senator Vondra.
Howdy.
Senator Limo.
Here.
Senator Mendonça. Senator Mendonça. Senator Parte.
Here.
Senator Salim.
Present.
Senator Nemo.
Here.
Senator Hawk. Senator Hawk. Senator Khan. Senator Khan. Senator Pham. Senator Pham. Okay, senators, please make sure you're ready for when roll call comes up. Senator Al-Sadi.
Right here.
Senator Albera. Senator Albera. Senator Osman.
Here.
Senator Stiff.
Here.
Senator Nelson.
Here.
Senator Sweeney.
Here.
Senator Wickman.
Here.
Senator Ruiz.
Here.
Senator Wheeler.
Here.
Senator Abbasi. Senator Abbasi. Senator Thomas. Senator Thomas. Senator Bejarano.
Here.
Senator Flynn.
Here.
Senator Hopwood.
Here.
Senator Novak.
Howdy.
Senator Mecklenburg.
Here.
President Trenny.
Here.
Vice President Maltari.
Here.
All right, and myself, let's go over these one more time because it looks like we've had a few more people join the meeting. Senator Mendonça.
Here.
Senator Hawk.
Here.
Senator Khan. Senator Khan. Senator Pham. Senator Albera. Senator Thomas. Okay. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on. Today we have one presentation, and we're going to be hearing from Vice President Straka. Vice President Straka, you have the floor.
Thank you very much. Let me try to share my screen. If during at some point in time, if you could open up screen sharing. Thanks for the opportunity to come and talk to you today. We did talk with President Trenny and with the student leadership at Student Meet and Confer, bringing forward a proposal today regarding online tuition differential. You may have heard that your colleagues at Metro State and Moorhead have been involved with those administrations for the last few months, talking about rolling online differential that's currently per course and per credit into their base enrollment. And that's something that we've heard a lot about from our students over this past year. We've made decisions as an institution this past year to not charge online differential to any courses that hadn't historically had it. Now, there was a slight increase of sections that we did. So prior to last year, there were sections that were offered fully online that had the differential and sections that were face-to-face. It became difficult moving forward to break out when all of our classes pretty much went FlexSync and online, which that would be. But we didn't add new courses to the fully online differential. We just, it was maybe some additional sections. But I can give you the last 3 years for fall. In the fall of 19, we charged online differential to 366 on sections that were fully online. In fiscal year 20, it was 378. In fiscal year 21, it was 392. Which generated approximately $2.82 million in fiscal year 19. 2.808 was the cash in fiscal 19, but because of the pandemic, I think we carried forward more receivables into the next fiscal year than we would have. And so we're a little up at 2.88, but you can see that for the last 3 years, the money that we've collected for online differential has been really quite consistent. So let me go in here now and share my screen. Okay, so here's an analysis that we looked at in order to try to do this. One, we understand that it can be confusing to students, especially our incoming freshman students, when they see a tuition band and they see an amount that they are going to pay for tuition, and then whether they chose to take a course online or whether that's the only way that a course was offered to take it online, all of a sudden they're surprised with a $36.25 per credit addition to their tuition bill. And for a 3-credit course, that's about that'd be about $114, I think it is. And especially if someone takes 6 credits or more, then there's a significant charge on their bill that you really have to, it's difficult for people to understand that, and it's not always incredibly clear in e-services. In addition, what's been talked about both at Moorhead and at Metro State is part of the charge that we have for online tuition is a $4.50 per credit charge for Min Online. And that Min Online assessment back to the central office really serves a lot of services that benefit all students. For example, D2L is funded from that $4.50 charge to just those students who are paying online differential, yet we use D2L as the primary instructional management system for most of our classes. And so most students are benefiting that. There are other services that are online as well, and especially in this last year as we've gone to FlexSync and so forth, some after-hour support that's been available through Min Online, again, is funded through that. So what we're looking at doing is we said, well, what would it take to do that? First of all, we produced down here about as I told you, between $2.8 and $2.9 million in online differential. We've been asked if we could sharpen our pencils a little bit by President Trenny and at Student Meet and Confer, if we could really review those budgets and what is funded and what's not. We did sharpen it back and think that we could look at a 2.5% increase, which would generate about $2.5 million in revenue. Currently, if a 2.5% increase to our undergraduate band would be about $95.20. And yet any student who took 3 credits of online differential would have been charged $108.75. So what we're proposing under the proposed band, anyone who took 3 undergraduate credits and they were within the band, they would actually be saving a little bit of money. They would save money. Clearly, students who took more, 4, 5, 6, or 7, or 8 credits of online differential would certainly see a more significant savings. But we also understand it is an increase of 2.5% to everyone. We do think that there's some reasons why this makes sense in transparency of our billing. We know also that the state legislature, it is on their mind about how we're doing online differential. I can tell you for comparison's sake that Moorhead is looking at increasing their band over 8%, and Metro's looking at increasing their band by over 11% in order to do this. We are not looking to generate more money for the general fund. We're not looking to overall generate more money. And in fact, as we've been asked to review our budgets and so forth, we would actually take in about $400,000 less money as we look at this. And I did have calculated here, if we added that 2.5% to a grad credit rate, again, it's about $11 a credit versus the $36.25 of what the differential is. And if a student's taking between 1 and 11 credits, it would be about $7.45 a credit. So we do asking for you to consider, as the student leaders have at Moorhead and Metro, we think that this brings some parity into all students. We think it brings some transparency, and we'll move forward in the future with one banded rate. So if a student is undergraduate student is expecting to do something, they'll see one rate, and graduate students would see, again, just one per credit rate, regardless of how classes are offered. And I think as we move into the future, the line and delineation between an online course and an on-campus course is going to continue to be blurred. I do think we're going to see continuation of FlexSync. There are opportunities, I believe, as we move forward. I just think that line between online and on-campus face-to-face is going to continue to be blurred. We may see hybrids of the two types of classes in FlexSync. As we move forward, it's something we'd like to put in front of you. I do need to add some caveats. The House and Senate both came out with some language last week that affects tuition, and it may affect the ability, even if with your support, it may affect the ability to institute a change like this, as they're looking at some very specific language, both in the House and the Senate. The Senate bill does address online differential in a way, so we believe, and the legislative affairs people believe that that is something that could still possibly be on the table, but there's a lot of work to be done in this legislative session and where we're going. But we do think that there's a lot of benefits and a lot of reasons why moving forward in this manner would make sense. Again, it's a 2.5% increase. At this point in time, the language in the House and Senate bills would preclude any additional increase to tuition. And in fact, the Senate bill is putting forward and ask for a 5% decrease in tuition. In addition, we're not quite sure exactly how the federal funds of the American Rescue Plan will be worked and whether there'd be some tuition relief for students that might be available through that. But we do know that there's going to be an additional $12.8 million in student aid, though we don't really know the timing or what that program might look like, as we just haven't gotten any more guidance. I can tell you that we were successfully able to distribute over $4 million in CRRSA, CRRSA Act monies last week. So with that, I'd open for questions, but we would like the Senate to entertain this proposal.
Thank you. Are there any questions for Vice President Straka? Any questions? Vice President Straka, would you be open to feedback or comments as well, or just questions?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Is there any feedback, comments, or questions? President Trenny.
Yes, thank you, Vice President Straka. Can you, when you said the course sections, like how many course sections have the differential applied, can you give us that like perspective from how many students, like that impact, like a number of enrollment for those courses?
You know, I didn't particularly slice it in that way, Andrew. Let me use the calculator on my phone here real quickly. 6.25. Okay, let's look at 2. Sorry about that. I hadn't sliced and diced it that way. Let's just throw an average, President Trenny, out there of approximately 20 students per section. You would be looking at 392 times 20. You'd be looking at about half the students. Now that's assuming 20 in a class, so graduate classes are probably going to be a little bit less than that. And some are going to have significantly more or less, but I'm sorry, I didn't actually pull the number of credit hours and the number of students. And I certainly didn't do, unfortunately, I'm sorry, I don't have an unduplicated versus a duplicated head count on that.
Thank you. Are there any other questions, comments, or feedback for Vice President Straka? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Okay, seeing none. Thank you for coming in today.
Thank you very much, and we look forward to the Senate's formal response, a level of formal response to the proposal. And we look forward to moving through the legislative session and see where the rest of the session goes regarding tuition. Thank you very much for the opportunity to come and talk to you today.
Yeah, thank you. So next up on our agenda, we're going to go ahead and move into open forum. Is there anyone here for open forum? Let's go with Martin J. Caruso first.
All right. Hi, everybody. Just wanted to give a quick Maverick Adventures update. So we have wrapped up our Behind the Lens outdoor photo contest. We had quite a few entries. We had about 50 photos submitted, and we had a lot of votes for our People's Choice Award come through, well over 100 votes for that. So we had great community participation. We do currently have the winning photos on display, the winners of all the categories, as well as our Best in Show and our honorable mention photos are currently on display in the CSU. So if you have time between now and the 16th, drop by the CSU, and our display is right across from the campus hub. Next week, we're going to be hosting on Wednesday night our next night of our Mankato Adventure Speaker Series. So you can check out some info about that on our social media pages, and I'll be back next Wednesday to plug that event as well. So thanks.
Awesome, thank you. Next up, I saw Vice President Johnson.
Thanks for having me. I want to start with a big thank you to the U.S. students, not just student senators, but students as a whole. Over 14,600 students are now enrolled in multi-factor authentication and are helping themselves and also helping protect our environment. So super excited to see that happen. It's amazing how much we're able to accomplish together when we work together. And so I appreciate the Student Senate's leadership in this area, but also I appreciate all the students that took the time and energy to get their multi-factor in place. And that protects them, but it also protects all people in the tenant. So we're really delighted to have made that progress. I just got a note saying there's a few more left. It's like, okay, close enough. Okay, close enough. I don't want to wait till next Wednesday to say it. So close enough. I also, as I mentioned last week, I want to continue to encourage all of you and all of your constituents, if you can let them know, try before you leave campus, if you're in the campus area, to change your password. It's a once a year, or it's a once every 6 month event. We've been on hold for over a year and a half, or a year and 2 months. We'd really like to make sure you change that, because during May, after you leave, they're going to trigger the automatic password reset. And then you might end up being asked to reset your password and then not have the services you need if you're not physically here. So we really encourage you. And we're also encouraging faculty, those that typically are not here in the summers, to do that. The other one I want to tell you is I was going to do it this week. We didn't quite get it ready. So we're going to go through summer plans next week. So we hope to have a presentation and talk to you about the changes we plan to make while you're gone, so that when you return or when you want to come back and visit after you've graduated, you'll know what we did during the summer. And then we also want your input if there's things that we're not thinking of or we're wishing we did. So the last thing I want to do is I'm going to share my screen real quick. I told you about this before, but I think it's nothing better than a picture. Please put out the word and plan to come as well. to the Maverick Esports meet and greet on April 26th. It's going to be at Buffalo Wild Wings between 5 and 8. If you come and spend any money, that a portion of that money will be sent to the esports team and through our accounts, and that will help with our esports for the following year. But plus, you get to eat some wings and hopefully meet and greet. And if there are prospective students that are coming, we'd love for you as senators to come and greet them and talk with them. And again, we've got this worked out so that it has the COVID environment created. So this isn't, I don't think it's a high risk decision you're going to make. But also you might be able to win a jersey. So that's it. The second page of this is really cool. There's 2 more saying the same thing. So I've said it 3 times now, so you all know about it. And I said it last week. So 4 times you found out about Buffalo Wild Wings. So I think that's it. Thanks. And if there's any question or concerns about IT, I'd be happy to take those now, even if they're not related to what I just presented.
Wonderful. Are there any comments or questions for Vice President Johnson?
And yes, I will send it in the chat. I'll send that PDF that has all the things. And then you can print it and cut it up and hand it out. That's what the second page was. They're half sheets. So if you want to use it that way, you can do that. So I'll get it there in just a minute or so here.
Perfect.
Thank
that
you.
That was going to be my question. So you already answered it.
Yeah, Andrew, he's always kind of he's always ahead of me.
One step ahead. Okay. Any other
all right, thank you.
Questions? No? All right. Thank you for coming in today. Anyone else here for open forum? Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone else? Okay, seeing none, let's keep it moving. So next up is the approval of the consent agenda. We have nothing on the consent agenda, so we're going to jump right into officer reports with President Trenny.
Still at the end of the year, I'm still not used to going first. So last year I got to sit and just chill for a minute. I just have a couple of things. Some of you guys did do the RSVP for the banquet and the inauguration. Please do that if you haven't. Again, the banquet will be April 28th at 5:30 in the ballroom, and we'll have a hybrid Zoom for the award ceremony part of it. And then the inauguration for the next year's student government, just like a celebration in general, will be April 22nd at 4-ish p.m. You have to RSVP to show up to both. If you come and don't RSVP, there either won't be food for you or we'll turn you away, either one. So please do that. And if you do RSVP that you're going to come in person, please come in person as well, because we do take that into account for the food orders. So we will be ordering food, at least for the banquet, with appetizers for the inauguration and stuff like that. So we do need that information. The other thing as well, just a reminder, transition reports, those are due not this week, but next week at midnight. So the last Senate meeting or last day of our terms. Those, if you don't do them, you won't get your guide cords. Even if you're here next year, you have to do it. It's a good practice as well to just every year sum up the year and really put it in writing, so that way when you do leave in a year or two, it's not like a 5-10 page report. We're only asking for a page to 2 pages max. The other thing I've been involved in a lot of return to learn conversations, what next fall is going to look like, kind of COVID stuff. So you'll see more of that. You'll see, I think, a refined communication about next fall coming from the university sometime next week or this week. I don't know the timeline on that one specifically. Yeah, and then Students United updates as well. I forgot. Let me pull it up real quick. Students United, there's a couple things going on. So Students United has officer positions. So it's a state chair, which is like a president, vice chair, vice president, and then a treasurer. There's an open forum this Sunday at 6 p.m. for anyone running for the positions. They'll be there, and you'll be able to ask them questions. And luckily, our vice president here, Vice President Maltari, is running for one of the positions. So if you want to go ask her questions, cheer her on, please go. It'll be, I'll just put the link for it in chat. You can also see, and we also do have another Mankato person running as well. We have Emma Zelmer, who is our former speaker, running for state chair, which is president of Students United. So you can read, I also encourage everyone to not only attend the town hall, but read the statements on that website and submit questions, but also let me know who you kind of like, because we do take that feedback in as well. So if you like a candidate, don't like someone, let us know or let me know as well, because I do vote on all 3. with that, I yield for any questions.
Are there any questions for President Trenny? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions?
Sorry.
Senator Hawk.
So what position was Vice President Multari running for?
Yeah, so she's running for vice chair, which is basically like the vice president of Students United. There's no real difference in the positions. It's just different responsibilities. So she's running for that. She's a great candidate and she'll be great from the position. But cheer her on, and attend that town hall. I do have one thing before, if no one else has any question, I do have one thing else to say, but I see Senator Novak has a question.
Thank you. Senator Novak.
Yeah, my thing is just, would you be able to send out that link and all of that access information to the Zoom call and the RSVP form so that we can all access that after this meeting as well?
The RSVP for the Students United or like the banquet and inauguration, something like that?
All of that, please.
Okay. I can do that.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Any other questions? Okay, then we're going to go ahead and move on to Vice President Multari.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for those comments. For my officer report, I just have a few things. The Reflection Space Task Force met on Thursday, and we worked pretty good. Like, we are at a good pace, and we are trying to figure out how things would look like for the reflection space. And we are coming up with a document that would explain pretty much it. And another update I have is Goal Area 7 met on Friday. They've started wrapping up. We have come up with the final documentation, just working on some more words and proper terms for things. And Academic Affairs Task Force was someone who helped us with it. President Trenny attended Return to Learn Student Services. If you had a chance to, he mentioned it in his report already. And last update I have is ISA election results are out. Their president is Walid. He's from Pakistan, and his vice president is Mustafa Abdulaziz. He's from Egypt, and they will be taking over for the next year. With that, I yield.
Thank you. Any questions for Vice President Multari? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Seeing none, we'll go ahead and move into mine. I don't have a lot for you guys today. Just keep up the good work, and let me see. I'm gonna check to see if we have our Dean of the Day with us. I'm not seeing. Is there someone I don't know about who's our Dean of the Day today?
Could it be me?
I don't have you, but you're welcome to go.
Hi, everybody. Jennifer Veltzos again, undergraduate education. I will stand in as Dean of the Day because the whole Council of Deans is just really, we're really excited about the upcoming election. We adore the enthusiasm that we see around this time of year when everybody's like energy's kind of starting to drain, and then you guys are just like volunteering for more. It kind of energizes all of us. So thank you once again for what you're doing for all of us, for all of the students, for the institution as a whole. We hope that you can just keep going a little longer. I think we got like 4 weeks left. You can do this.
Thank you so much. I personally am in favor of motioning to make Dr. Veltzos be a permanent fixture of our meetings. We should just have a pep talk from Dr. Veltzos every week because I think we could all use it. But thank you for stepping in week after week to give us the support we need. Are there any questions for me or Dr. Veltzos? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Seeing none, we'll move on. We're going to jump into some senator reports, starting with Senator Alimo.
Hello, everybody. Hope you guys all had a good semester so far. This semester has been pretty good. One of the first things that Manav and I have done this semester is we've been working closely with the College of Business. So far, we've sent out 2 surveys, and it's pretty cool because it allows us to see, where like the college of students' heads at. And it's pretty cool because then we can go ahead and figure out some stuff that we can implement to help them out. And the second coolest thing that we're working on right now is we're implementing a new program on campus, potentially, and it's called College of Business Ambassadors. And pretty much what that is, we pretty much help the dean with various tasks, whether it be, helping out with alumni, hosting events, helping out our constituents, going out to the community, helping them out with such things. We feel as if it's a really good program that's needed. It just pretty much helps incoming students entering the College of Business just to get them caught up on what's going on. And so just a pretty cool thing. And we got pretty good benefits as well. If you do end up being a College of Business ambassador, you do get a College of Business formal attire, which is nice. You also get a letter of correspondence from the dean, which I think is pretty cool. And you will also get a graduation stole, which, it just shows that, you put in your work, you put in your effort. And yeah, we think it's a really cool thing. Manav and I continue to work on it. We have a meeting with Dean Flannery this Friday. We're going to continue to talk more about it, see certain things that we can implement to make it even better. But that's all I have. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask.
Wonderful. Any questions for Senator Limo, Senator Gabbard?
Yeah, I just had one question. So you said it was College of Business Ambassadors?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Can you be a College of Business minor, or do you have to be a major?
See, so that's the thing. Those are the certain things that we're working on. I believe if you are a minor, you should be able to do it because you're still a part of the College of Business. But those are like little things that we're currently focusing on, trying to figure out certain things that we can implement. But like I just said, if you are in the College of Business, you should be able to be a College of Business ambassador.
Great, thank you.
Wonderful. Any other questions? Okay, seeing none, we're going to go ahead and move on. Next, I have Senator Bejarano.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Paula. I'm a campus senator. Currently, I'm working on class flexibility for students and how to accommodate them. Thus, I have few updates regarding my project. I had a meeting with Ms. Jolie and we discussed about engagement and interaction between students and instructors throughout this semester. Thus, I have been working closely with her to reach out to some students to talk about challenges and successes they have faced while studying online. And yeah, with that, I yield.
Thank you. Are there any questions for Senator Bejarano? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Okay, seeing none, we're going to move on to Senator Abera.
Hello, everyone. My name is Radiate. For my officer report today, I'll be reporting about the project I've been working on, which is how advisors are working with the students in the SBS department. So on my previous officer report, I mentioned that I was sending out surveys, and the result I got from the students' survey was that the students only contact their advisors when registration day approaches, which is, I believe, not a good idea because our advisors actually helps us during our class time too. So I believe they should go more often. So what I think that we should work on the future is to inform students that it's important to contact advisors regularly rather than when only the registration date approaches. And the other thing that advisors also do is they help decide on what students should study for their master's degree. So we can point that out in the future, hopefully. With that, I yield.
Wonderful. Are there any questions for Senator Abera? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Okay, we're going to go ahead and move on to Senator Ruiz.
Hi, everyone. Sorry that the time around I don't have a fancy presentation for you all, but it'll be really short. I was a a part of the Latinx director search committee, and we have finalized that portion of everything, and we have finally given our recommendations, and I'm really excited and really looking forward to seeing what happens with that. And then in terms of student basic needs, we're going to continue to work on some stuff that will ensure that student basic needs is is being taken seriously moving forward in the future. So that is all I have, and I will yield.
Wonderful. Are there any questions for Senator Ruiz? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Okay, seeing none. Then I believe I had Senator Hawk.
Thank you so much. I was on mute for a second over there. So for me, my senator report would be on the project that I was working on. I spoke to the dean of the department as well, like Laura, and then she told me, like, as I was there in the middle of the semester, and that my project was about having another platform for communication and having more tier rooms. It being the middle of the semester, it wasn't possible to do much for me, but I did reach out to all of the teacher, like professors I have right now, and talk to them about it. But she encouraged me to do the same thing next semester, and she told me that she'll be sending out the emails next semester, because it being towards it, as I joined, as everyone knows, it was the middle of the semester. It wasn't possible to make it done, but next semester she's encouraging me to do it. So right now it's like halfway done. I did the email to send it out to her, but she will be sending those out by the end of this week to all the department professors, so that they have an idea and they can reach back to her. So yes, that's my senator report. And if I win for next year's senator, as Steve said, I'll definitely be working on it and make sure it happens. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any questions for Senator Hawk? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Okay, seeing none. We do have a vacancy available, so if you know someone who's looking to finish out the year with us, know that that position remains available. Moving on to new business. I believe there's going to be a motion.
Yeah, a motion.
State that.
Well, can I just introduce it first? It's very long.
Sure.
Okay, so as vice president, sorry if I'm a little out of it. Like others here today, I got my vaccine shot and it's hitting me hard. So as Vice President Straka mentioned, they are looking for our approval of the additional 2.5% increase. So I'll just kind of go down. So whereas the online differential is a per credit fee applied to online courses, whereas the online differential fee is currently $36.25 per credit, whereas the university has such will offer between 366 to 392 courses. Did someone have an issue? Sorry, I see someone in chat. I can't see it. And then with the total, again, student enrollment of like 9,100 students wasn't clarified. If Dr. Jones, I know you're here, you can help clarify that as well. In fall, yeah, again. So basically there's between the 366 course sections, there's about, multiple students can take courses, there's about 9,100 enrollment of those courses. So between, yeah, if that makes sense. Student government has been asking over the past few years to remove the per credit fee, whereas Minnesota State University, Moorhead, and Metropolitan State University are both asking for an 8% and 11% tuition increase to remove their online differential fee, while Minnesota State Mankato is only asking for a 2.5% increase. Whereas the student government leadership made a request to reduce the increase to a lesser amount, which the university agreed to. The original proposal is a 2.85 increase, and the reform proposal is a 2.5. Whereas the university has heard student government and have come up with a proposal to remove the online differential, and whereas the legislature is going down a path to prohibit the charging of an online differential, whereas the online differential is a discriminatory fee that negatively hurts students, and whereas the current proposal would make it cheaper for students to take at least one 3-credit course that traditionally has had the online differential fee applied, whereas the Board of Trustees has final approval over tuition, whereas the university is unsure that the Board of Trustees will even allow a 2.5% tuition increase. But with student government support, it will have a higher chance of passing, and be it resolved, the student government are peers of the university asking the Board of Trustees to increase their tuition by an additional 2.5%. And then the last clause, be it further resolved, the ADA student government, so this student government formally requests that tuition be frozen for the 2022 to 2023 academic year, and for the university to be considerate of the massive increase in tuition already taking place this year alone. And so basically,
excuse me, before we continue, we need a second. Is there a second on this motion?
Second.
Okay, thank you. Senator Novak seconds. So now we can go ahead and go into discussion. President Trenny, you can keep going.
Yes, thank you, Madam Speaker. So, where do I even begin? Okay, a couple of things to explain. I'm going to take my argument and go from top to bottom again to explain further. So the online differential has been a fee we really campaigned on over the years. Literally, when I ran for vice president, it was at the top of our flyer. We told students about it, and they were outraged. Students are like, well, I didn't know, some students don't even know we have that credit. And then last year as well, that was one of our big achievement issues as well. And so, and the reason why, so we've asked them to remove it every year. And this year when the pandemic hit, we really sprang into action and said, hey, students have no choice but to take online courses in a lot of cases, and they removed the fee from most courses. And so, and by the way, most institutions didn't. We're, I think, one of the lucky few that did that, which also is the reason why the legislature right now is they have language in their bill making it through the budget cycle right now that would make institutions refund that money to students. Ours has already done that. So to be forward with everyone, they've already given this money back. But right now we're trying to remove the per credit fee and put it in tuition, so you no longer have that per credit fee on your course. And so right now in Minnesota State University Moorhead and Metropolitan State University, they're doing an 8 and 11% tuition increase. And when we, as board members at Students United, we talk about this, everyone is jealous of Winona because they only have a 4.5 or $4.50 online differential. But we are also only doing a 2.5% increase. And the reason why you may say, like, why is the difference between them? The online differential varies at every institution. So I think we're in the middle of the group, I believe. Winona is $4.50. That's the money to pay for the D12 every year. That's what we have to pay the system per credit. I think Metropolitan is the highest amount for online differential, and that's why they're 11%. So again, we're very low and fortunate to have a 2.5%, and especially considering we've been able to work with our university to even lesser that impact. Like Vice President Straka said, they're eating a lot of that cost or reduced most of that cost as well. These other institutions did not even do that. They're not even considering it. And so I think we're fortunate that we have had good partners in this proposal. And so yeah, they reduced it from 2.85% to 2.5%. So it's about a $95 increase. And like I said, the legislature right now is going down a path they have for a while, by the way, of reducing or eliminating that online differential. And so I think if we don't do anything about it in these next couple of years, the university in a way could be caught with, like, just on the spur, the legislature could just ban it. And now the university has to incur $4 million whatever cost to fund, in that fee, you have things like course designers, you have D12 maintenance, you have technology, stuff like that in that fee. And while I don't agree with what the level of that fee is, meaning I don't think course designers are effective because I haven't seen that effectiveness on our online courses. That's not the debate we're having. We're debate of, is this per credit fee, should we have it as a per credit or should we just ban it in? And again, this proposal bans it in. And so that's kind of why the legislature, if they do that all of a sudden, the university now has to incur all these costs. And so that will negatively hurt our university. Of course, the tuition increase does hurt our students, not denying that one. The online tuition differential is a discriminatory fee that negatively hurts students. You have to think of it a per credit fee. Like we have that right now with our student fees that we voted in the last couple of weeks. But this is on top of our academics. So when we come here as students, we pay tuition, we pay our student fees. And when you sign up for a course, all of a sudden you now have another cost. And so I started laughing when I told this to someone. I basically attribute it like if you have a mobile game on your phone, you had to pay to get the game and you get the mobile app, and then now to get stuff in the game, you have to pay more to unlock additions to the game. That's basically how I view the online differential. Basically, we pay here to be students already. Why do we have another key to unlock to be a student here? And that's just not right to me. I probably would have saved over $100 if this was in effect this year alone. And then with tuition, by the way, the reason why we're only asking or approving of the ask, the Board of Trustees and the tuition conversation is very political. Vice President Straka said it well, and this motion says it well. We don't know if they're even going to allow it. And so we don't even know if they're going to allow the 3. Like the legislature right now in the Senate, as Vice President Straka mentioned, their language is a reduction of tuition by 5%. And so while I don't know if that's going to make it in the final bill, it could be a tuition freeze altogether. And so this would be redundant in itself. So we wouldn't, if the tuition freeze became into law, this 2.5 wouldn't matter. And so, yeah, let's see. And so with tuition conversations, the reason why you don't see the 3% normal tuition increase is this is like room and board rates as well. Student government doesn't have a say, like a yes or no on tuition, because we're obviously going to say no, like who would increase our tuition, right? And so that's out of the question. We just get consulted on it, saying the university will say, hey, we have this, we have to make up our budget by this amount. We have to increase tuition by X, Y, and Z. Just so you have a chance to, give your feedback and give consultation and stuff like that. And we do that, right? So we've done that in Meet Confer. The provost and Vice President Straka come here they've came here 3 times this semester alone to talk about the budget deficit at this university alone and why the 3% is already going up. So this is just on top of that 3%, the 2.5 to increase and get rid of the online differential. And then the last thing, student government, we never take a stance, but we're firmly saying to next year, the university better and hopefully listens to us and says we can't go back to students and ask for the money. Of course, the university also agrees with that. Of course, in a perfect world, the legislature would fund us more. That's just not in the books this year, but hopefully down the road, the legislature will, but also hopefully the university can make do with the money they have next year and not ask us for an increase when we've had so much already hit our student funding. And so with that, do we do questions, Madam Speaker? Or is this just into debate at this point?
I was just gonna see if Senator Novak wanted to speak on his second.
I can also speak on my second. I support this because I view the online differential, the current fee, as being discriminatory towards people who are unable to attend classes in person and are taking more online classes. And I feel that especially after a year where almost all of our classes were online, it really shows that this is an unnecessary barrier that's being put up to stop people that I think is worthy of being taken down. And I think that this proposal is a good idea to solve that issue.
Thank you. Are there any other points of discussion?
Can I say something again? It's a point of information.
Yes, you may speak again.
So if this were to, it's more of an information. If this were to pass, by the way, again, the 2.5 is not guaranteed at all. We're just saying we're okay with the university asking, and we stand by them to ask the board. We as student government are saying to the Board of Trustees, we support them asking for it, because that's a big issue as well. Because the Board of Trustees will be like, well, what do students think? And so if student government, of course, we say we represent the entire student body. We obviously don't, because not 14,000 of us are in here voting on this. But as a student association, we're saying we're okay with this as long as this gets rid of that per credit fee. And the other thing, the next step after this, basically every year we write consultation letters, and this would go in that letter to the board. So again, it's not that if you vote yes to the 2.5, all you're saying is we approve of the university asking for it. We don't know if we're even going to get it. So if you say, well, why would I want to support it? We're not even going to get it, or like we're going to get it. It's an increase. We don't know that yet either. So you'll know next year. By the way, it'll be June when they do tuition. So.
Thank you. Are there any other points of discussion? Any other points of discussion? Any other points of discussion? Okay, seeing no further discussion, we are going to go ahead and move to a vote. I think the most efficient way would be to do a roll call vote like we've been doing lately. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So to clarify what you're voting on, you are voting on President Trenny's motion, seconded by Senator Novak. President Trenny, can you scroll up, please? On a motion for online tuition differential removal resolution. So you can vote yes in favor of this, no against this, or abstain. But remember, if you're abstaining, you should have a really good reason why. Okay, with that, Senator Biggs.
Yes.
Senator Gustafson. Senator Gustafson. Okay. Senator Gabbard.
Yes.
Senator Vondra.
Yes.
Senator Alimo.
Yes.
Senator Mendonça.
Yes.
Senator Parte.
Yes.
Senator Salim.
Yes.
Senator Nemo.
Yes.
Senator Hawk. Senator Hawk.
Yes.
Senator Khan.
Yes.
Senator Pham.
Yes, please.
Senator Al-Sadi.
Yes. Yes.
Senator Albera.
Yes.
Senator Osman.
Yes.
Senator Stiff.
Yes.
Senator Nelson. Senator Nelson. Senator Sweeney.
Yes.
Senator Wickman.
Yes.
Senator Ruiz.
Yes.
Senator Wheeler.
Yes.
Senator Abbasi. Senator Abbasi. Senator Thomas. Senator Thomas. Senator Bejarano.
Yes.
Senator Flynn.
Yes.
Senator Hopwood.
Yes.
Senator Novak.
Yes.
Senator Mecklenburg.
Yes.
President Trenny.
Yes.
Vice President Multari.
Yes, it is.
Okay, then on a vote of 26 to 0, this motion does pass. All right, so moving along, is there anything else for new business? No? Okay, then we're gonna go ahead and move on to old business. So today we'll be taking a look at those proposed bylaw amendments, the restructuring of the president's cabinet, the president's removal of coordinators, and the coordinator pay. So we'll go one by one with these. Last week you guys had the opportunity to ask questions, and this week we will go into a discussion period on these. So, president's cabinet. Okay, I think that's the right one. Are there any points of discussion on the first proposal, proposal 1? Any points of discussion? Any points of discussion? Any points of discussion? Seeing no discussion, we are going to go ahead and move into a vote. Because this is a bylaw amendment, it does need a 2/3 majority, which is different from most of the motions we pass, which just needs 51%. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do voice vote again. Senator Biggs.
Yes.
Senator Gustafson.
Here. Yes.
Senator Gabbard.
Yes.
Senator Vondra.
No.
Senator Alimo.
Yes.
Senator Mendonça.
Yes.
Senator Parte.
Yes.
Senator Salim.
Yes.
Senator Nemo. Senator Nemo. Senator
Yeah.
Hawk. Senator Hawk.
Yes.
Senator Khan.
Yes.
Senator Pham.
Yes.
Senator Al-Sadi.
Yes.
Senator Albera,
Yes.
Senator Osman,
Yes.
Senator Stiff,
Yes.
Senator Nelson,
Yes.
Senator Sweeney,
Yes.
Senator Wickman,
Yes.
Senator Ruiz,
Yes.
Senator Wheeler,
Yes.
Senator Abbasi, Senator Abbasi, Senator Thomas, Senator Thomas, Senator Bejarano,
Yes.
Senator Flynn,
Yes.
Senator Hopwood,
Yes.
Senator Novak,
Yes.
Senator Mecklenburg,
Yes.
President Trenny,
Yep.
Vice President Multari.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, then on a vote of 26 to 1 to 0, this bylaw does pass. So next we're going to go ahead and move on to the second proposed bylaw amendment, President's removal of coordinators. Perfect, that one's pulled up. Are there any points of discussion on this bylaw amendment? President Trenny.
Yeah, I'm gonna offer an amendment. I want to insert the word. I'll put it in quotations just so it's clear to everyone. I want to put presidential in the section title. I know it's a very technical thing, but I just think it makes more sense that if this section, if approved, is about the president being able to remove coordinators, we should have that be the section title.
Okay, I would consider that a friendly amendment. Senator, do I need Senator Biggs' approval of that since that's her bylaw? We'll do it just in case. Senator Biggs, do you accept that amendment?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, wonderful. Moving on to Senator Novak.
Yeah, so overall, I'm mostly in favor of this. The only thing that when I was reading through kind of like caught me is the part where it says without clause. And I thought that that was something that that was worthy of examination and thinking about whether or not that part was particularly necessary, because I would hope that there would be a clause and reasoning as to why a coordinator would be removed and that could be disclosed.
Thank you. Are there any other points of discussion? President Trenny.
Yeah, I am 100% in support of this. This is something, so I was the Constitution Commission chair, God, 3 years ago. I'm old. Anyways. And so this clarifies that a little bit, that I truly think if we increase the stipends, which we are, hopefully we did during the budget meeting, but this is just formality at the bottom. I think we want to make sure as student government that our coordinators are actually producing the things that they say they're going to be doing. I have many examples of coordinators, not this year, but who just get in the position and then they kind of just stop doing the work that they said they were going to do, or they dropped off and stopped talking, like they stopped doing the work basically. And while we do have a process for removing coordinators, like ethics and standards, we haven't had that functioning at all either. And so we don't want to trap ourselves we don't want a president or vice president to appoint someone and have them be in that role the whole year without doing anything back to students and get them money, because we're paying them, right? It's different being a senator and whatever executive, that we're more held accountable, but our coordinators are hired by the executives or by the president, so they should have that leeway to basically get rid of them. And I say without clause as well in here. I hope, by the way, and I hope the president gives a reason. When I met the commission about this, I said, I hope the president doesn't have to use this either. I hope they do pick the best of the best to be coordinators. And so I hope this is like a tool in the toolbox that they should only use in case of an emergency, or like a break, a break in case of emergency box. This is what this is. It's not supposed to be, oh, Kara, you're a coordinator, I don't like you anymore, goodbye. It's, you're not doing the work you're saying you're going to do. I'm going to hold you accountable. You got to go. Because I want to hire someone else who, a mid-year senator or a senator that just joined student government that is thrilled to be in student government and will do the work. Why would we not want them to be in that role if they can? And so I think as written is great. Obviously, as if this is ever used and we need to make tweaks to it, the commission and student government should do that. I think for right now, I think it's just totally, I think it's fine as written. I yield.
Thank you. Is there a senator willing to yield to Mark Constantine so I can read his point out loud? Okay, Senator Biggs. Mark asked in the chat, is it without cause, not without clause? Is there someone who can respond to that? Either Senator Biggs or President Trenny?
Mr. Cowan and Senator Biggs are the authors of this, so I think Mr. Cowan can maybe, I'll yield to him, if that's okay.
Typo, it was a typo. Mark Constantine is correct. It's cause without cause, not clause, cause.
Wonderful. I would consider that a friendly amendment if we want to change that, as long as Senator Biggs is okay with that.
That's fine.
Okay, sounds good. All right, are there any other points of discussion on this one? Any other points of discussion? Any other points of discussion? Any other points of discussion? Seeing no further discussion, we are going to go ahead and move into a vote. Let me go ahead and pull that up. Senator Biggs.
Yes.
Senator Gustafson.
Yes.
Senator Gabbard.
Yes.
Senator Vondra.
Yes.
Senator Alimo.
Yes.
Okay, Senator Mendonça. Senator Mendonça.
Yes. Yes.
Senator Partey.
Yes.
Senator Salim.
Yes.
Senator Nemo. Senator Hawk.
Yes.
Senator Khan.
Yes.
Senator Pham.
Yes.
Senator El-Sadi.
Yes.
Senator Olbera.
Yes.
Senator Osman.
Yes.
Senator Stiff.
Yes.
Senator Nelson.
Yes.
Senator Sweeney.
Yes.
Senator Wickman.
Yes.
Senator Ruiz.
Yes.
Senator Wheeler.
Yes.
Senator Abbasi. Senator Abbasi. Senator Thomas. Senator Thomas. Senator Bejarano.
Yes.
Senator Flynn.
Yes.
Senator Hopwood.
Yes.
Senator Novak.
Yes.
Senator Mecklenburg.
Yes.
President Trenny.
Yep.
Vice President Altari.
Yep.
Okay, then on a vote of 28 to 0, this motion does pass. And now finally, we're going to move on to the last one. Proposed bylaw amendment coordinator pay. Are there any points of discussion on this proposed bylaw amendment? Any points of discussion? Any points of discussion? Any points of discussion? Seeing no discussion, we are going to go ahead and move straight into a vote. Senator Biggs.
Yes.
Senator Abdi. Senator Abdi. Senator Gustafson.
Yes.
Senator Gabbard.
Yes.
Senator Vondra.
Yes.
Senator Alimo.
Yes.
Senator Mendonça.
Yes.
Senator Partey.
Yes.
Senator Salim.
Yes.
Senator Nemo.
Yes.
Senator Hawk. Senator Hawk. Senator Khan.
Yes.
Senator Pham.
Yes.
Senator El-Sadi.
Yes.
Senator Olbera.
Yes.
Senator Osman. Senator Osman. Senator Stiff,
Yes.
Senator Nelson,
Yes.
Senator Sweeney,
Yes.
Senator Wickman,
Yes.
Senator Ruiz,
Yes.
Senator Wheeler,
Yes.
Senator Abbasi, Senator Abbasi, Senator Thomas, Senator Thomas, Senator Bejarano, Senator Bejarano,
Yes.
Okay, Senator Flynn,
Yes.
Senator Hopwood,
Yes.
Senator Novak,
Yes.
Senator Mecklenburg,
Yes.
President Trenny,
Yep.
Vice President Maltari.
Yes.
Okay, then on a vote of 26 to 0 to 0, this motion does pass. Okay, so that is all we have under old business, which now takes us to announcements. Are there any announcements? President Trenny.
I have two. One, I forgot to make during my officer report. We do have pedal pass poverty on April 24th. Again, you just bike. I don't know the full detail, but you just will bike for a short time. I know me, Vice President Maltari, and Speaker Sversel are doing it, and we encourage everyone else to let me know and sign up, and I will get you on our list. And you do get a free T-shirt, even if you've already messaged me. If you could message me again right now, so you can reconfirm, so I can get this going on like an email chain. Against April 24th. I don't know the time if Mr. Cowan knows. No, okay, yeah. I'll just email me.
In the afternoon.
In the afternoon. Just email me or message me right now on Zoom if you're semi-interested in joining. I'll give you more information, and if you don't want to do it after that, just let me know and as well. But if you just express your interest, again, April 24th, you'll get a free T-shirt for participating. The other one, I just want to give a big shout out to our hockey team. They are competing tomorrow against St. Cloud. We're going to beat them. But just everyone support them. Go watch it tomorrow, and be proud for our Maverick team. So, and get the shirts. They're at the bookstore. I forgot to say that. So, yeah, Mr. Cowan, he's laughing. He bought us the shirts.
Wonderful. Senator Wickman.
All right. Hello, everybody. On behalf of the Elections Commission, I would like to remind you all that voting opens up on April 12th, which is next Monday, and it will go until the 13th on Tuesday. You can vote online, as well as we'll have several polling stations located around campus, one in the CSU, one in Myers Fieldhouse, and then one in the Dining Center. So stop by those if you would like to vote there. The last thing is the candidate guide is now up, so feel free to take a look at that to get a good idea of who you're going to be voting for. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Are there any other announcements? Any other announcements? Any other announcements? Any others?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, John.
Sorry. I was trying to find my button. Too much stuff going. Hey, y'all. So you heard Dr. Veltso say, hang in there. I'm here to reiterate that as the advisor for your group. I'm proud of the work you've done. There's been a lot accomplished this year, but there are 4 long weeks left. They're long weeks, but they're going to seem like really, really short weeks at the end of week 4. So you're going to get there and go, wow, where'd the time go? So just remember to what's your legacy going to be when you're done with your role? What are you going to look back on and say that you accomplished in the role that you're in? I'm going to close my door because I got some rowdies out there. What are you going to look back on and say that you accomplished during your time as a student senator or an executive? And what are you going to be most proud of? So think about what you might need in terms of help or tying up loose ends and stuff like that so that you can bring some closure to your projects. So feel free to reach out to your executive leadership team, to me, if you need help making connections. We can connect you with resources all across campus to try to get stuff done and answer questions that you might have. So keep that in mind as we get ready to wrap up the semester. So we don't want to discount the last 4 weeks. I mean, if you think about it, you've still got a quarter of the semester left, but experience tells us that goes very, very quickly. So hold on for a fun ride. So, but I'm proud of y'all for the stuff you've done. It's been a weird year and a half. We look forward to more normalcy next year. So keep your heads held high and let us know what we can do to help. So Oh, and I forgot to mention, I'm going to put on my other hat. So that's the student government advisor hat, but also I'm the fraternity and sorority advisor on campus. Next week is our annual Greek week. So there's a lot going on throughout the course of the week. So Monday, there is a community cookout. So Fraternity and Sorority Life will be providing a hot dog lunch to anybody who wants one on campus, no strings attached. Hot dog, chips, and a drink on the CSU Mall from 11 until we run out. So we've got 400 to give away. There are no strings attached, but we are partnering with Mavathon, aka Dance Marathon, which raises funds for Gillette Children's Specialty Healthcare. If you should so care to drop a dollar or two in the tip jar that'll be out there, all of the funds will go straight to Gillette Children's Specialty Healthcare. On Tuesday, we have our annual boat regatta. Wednesday, there will be an event on the CSU Mall called Donkey Dung Bingo. For those of you who've been to a town fair or something like that, you might have seen cow pie bingo. So it's a raffle of sorts, and for $5, you get a chance and have a chance to win up to $250, depending on where the donkey poops. So it's going to be kind of a fun event out on campus. It'll start at 11 a.m. on Wednesday. But the event, the website for purchasing a chance, I will post it in the forum before we're done here, but we'll send it out too. So Thursday we have a music video remake, Friday Greek Olympics, Saturday the Mavathon 5K for the kids 5K. So if you should care to get up for a nice morning run to support Mavathon, that would be a good one. And then our annual awards banquet, it will be the next week as well. So lots of stuff going on, but above all, come out, enjoy it. Join us for a hot dog, chips, and a drink on Monday. And then if you would care to purchase a chance for Donkey Dung Bingo, go for it.
Wonderful. Thank you. Are there any other announcements? Any other announcements? There's a question in the chat about the candidate guide. Is there someone who can answer that?
I caught some stuff for Senator and Commissioner Wickman that he's going to fix real quick, and then we'll get it up as soon as possible. So it'll be there were just a couple of things that I noticed, and we will get that up. So it will be on the student government election page and on Engage. Yes.
Wonderful. Okay, perfect. Are there any other announcements? Okay, seeing none, is there any dissent to me waiving roll call, seeing as we did it many, many times in this meeting? Any dissent, any dissent, any dissent? Seeing no dissent, we are going to go ahead and adjourn at 5:12. Thank you, everybody, for coming today. Quick meeting.
I guess I can
Thank you
take
very much, everyone.
Thanks for coming. Say it like it's a party. I can take back my letter to the editor, I guess. I wrote a whole essay.
You looked